Hey everybody, welcome back to Code a Responsive Website with Bootstrap 3. This video is called Coding the Feature section. Basically in this video we are going to start coding this section right here with the heading, more features with this cool lorem ipsum or hipster ipsum text, and these three panels as they are called in Bootstrap 3. This is a panel. And we're going to be adding some cool CSS3 circles and some buttons. But first, we're going to do the HTML. So let's go to our HTML. Open your index file. Go down to the features heading div, that row with the ID of features heading. Inside the features heading, let's give a div the class of call12 to span the full width of the browser. And an H2, more features. And let's give a paragraph with the class of lead. I put in the finished product, finished website, what's called hipster ipsum. Basically, it's just lorem ipsum using hipster language. And you can just get yourself some hipster ipsum for your website when you're working on your website and you don't have copy yet. So I'm just going to put one paragraph, hipster with a shot of Latin or hipster neat. I want hipster neat. Be or me. There it is. Just a bunch of hipster jargon. So copy that. Cornhole, I like this one. Cornhole, Kitch Williamsburg, pug, bicycle rights, vegan. Copy that text. And you could paste it right in your leading text right there. And save that. Let's check it out on our website. Refresh. More features. Cornhole, Kitch, Williamsburg, pug, bicycle rights, vegan, Nutra, food truck, occupied, Kitch, sustainable. That sounds hipster to me. And next we're going to go down to the features ID, the row with the ID of features, and start adding those awesome panels. So let's give a div with the class of call-small or sm-4. If you recall in a previous lecture, this is a Bootstrap 3 class that allows us to have a column that is, or rather a section that is 4 columns wide. So because we have a box, we have 3 boxes. These sections right here, these are actually 4 columns wide each. And the reason why they're 4 columns wide each, and there are 3, it might seem confusing, because if you remember, this needs to add up to 12. The width needs to add up to 12. So if I want 3 sections, 12 divided by 3 is 4. So 4 columns, 4 columns, 4 columns. That's how I get these 3 sections. If I wanted 4 sections, I'd have 3 columns, 3 columns, 3 columns, 3 columns, and so on and so forth. So we're actually using call-small or sm-4. And the reason we're using sm is because we want it to stay in its layout, that 3 kind of 3 column style layout. We want it to maintain that layout even when it's really small like this. That's how that's what that class does. So if I were to go even smaller, it will go to the horizontal width, but it maintains that layout just a little bit longer because we used that call-sm-4. Whereas if we used call-lg-4, so call large 4, it would have popped down into the horizontal, the vertical, that stacked layout a lot earlier. Also give it the class of feature. Close that div. I'm going to say end feature. And within that, div class panel. That is a Bootstrap class, a brand new Bootstrap 3 component called panels. And it allows us to do some really cool really cool layouts without having to play with CSS too much. Div class panel heading. We want to have that heading at the top, that top bar with the gray background. And panel heading. And inside here, we want an H3 with the class of panel title. This is all part of the panel component. Markup with HTML5. Let's add an image. The source will be images/badge_html5.jpg. The reason why we didn't use the .././ here is because the images folder is in the same directory as the index file. So we don't have to do any .. Have to add some alt text. Alright, HTML5, that's what that badge is. Alright, let's move down just a little bit. And let's add a paragraph tag. This is where we're going to add the text of the panel. So I already have some hipster Ipsum text copied in my clipboard. I'm just going to paste it in here. You could paste whatever you want. You could copy the same one up here if you want. Put it here. You can come up with your own text. You could just try it out. And under that, we need to add a button. href. Let's leave it empty for now. And a target. _blank. So actually, I'm going to put a link in here. I'm going to put a link to my course PSC@HTML5, CSS3, and I don't want it to open in the same window. I want it to open up in a new tab or a new window. So that's what target _blank does. Class, button, button warning, button block. So this is another CSS class. These CSS classes from Bootstrap. For the buttons, button warning just gives you an orange button. Typically, you would use it for, say if, are you sure you want to proceed? Are you sure you want to save these settings or whatever? That's what the button, that's kind of the idea behind this. It doesn't have to be a warning button. It could be, just an orange button. No one has to see that the class is called button warning, but that's how you achieve it. And inside the button, let's give some text. Learn to code HTML5. Save that. Let's see what that looks like in our website. So we pretty much got it. Looks pretty good. There's some CSS that needs to happen, but we'll get to that. But it looks pretty good. We've got 4 columns here, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1 column if you want to consider this one big column. There's going to be 2 more here. So it's going to be really easy to add a couple more. All you need to do is copy feature, and below it add 2 more. Paste them 2 times, save that, just check it out, see if it's all there. So they're all there, we just need to change the content, and that's really easy. Let's go back to our second one. Let's change this. Where's the second one? There it is. To style with CSS3. CSS3, the alt text, we're going to change the image to CSS3. And let's just leave the same text there, that doesn't really matter. Style it up with CSS3. And change the button style to button danger. That's going to give us a red button. It's not actually dangerous. Save that, and I'm pretty sure we've changed everything properly. Let's refresh and see if we've got that in there. Style CSS3, CSS3 image, text, style it up CSS3, you got our danger button, warning button, danger button. And our last panel right here, feature panel, let's change this to framework by Bootstrap 3 for the panel title. Let's change the image to badge Bootstrap. And Bootstrap 3 will be the alt text. And then let's change the button text to more Bootstrap. And the button will be button info. It's another button style. It gives you a light blue button by default. And we're going to add a different link here. We're going to add the Get Bootstrap website. HTTP getbootstrap.com. Save that. Let's refresh and check it out. There it is. Markup with HTML5, style CSS3, framework by Bootstrap 3. So this looks pretty good. Now let's actually add a helper class, a Bootstrap 3 helper class, to make these images circles, because currently they're squares and the final website are nice pretty little circles. Let's change that. You're going to be blown away by how easy it is to do this. So on your image tag, give it a class of img for image dash circle. Put that on the other two image tags, paste, paste, save, refresh. Watch this. That looks so good. All right. Okay. I believe that is it for our panels. So in the next lecture, we're going to do a little bit of CSS to make these look proper, because currently they're all left aligned. This is all centered, has a little bit of extra margin. So we're going to do that in the next lecture, and it's going to be super quick. See you there, friends.